Hello to my viewers, and today will be another opening video, and this will be on the Dutch defense. So the Dutch defense arises after the move d4 f5, and the Dutch defense is an interesting opening, but I played the Dutch defense against moves like c4, just make this new variation, c4, any other moves like g4, f3, e3, d3, c3, b3, f4. I play another move, but I'll talk to that after. I play f5 normally against knight f3, g3, and c4. So okay, I'll talk about this in another video. Now we'll take a look at the Dutch defense. This is an interesting move, knight to c3. It's the line that I recommend, and many books will tell you that this is not good, but I will show you why it is good. Because the books recommend d5, but after bishop g5, I don't think that black as much. He's far behind of development, and it's really difficult for him to get activity. Of course, now there is two moves. g6 is not good. We'll talk about this now. g6 would be met by h4, bishop g7, e3, opening the queen, knight to f6, h5, just sacking, queen takes h5, and I can ask you the question, but I think that everyone will be in my opinion. Do you think that white is better after the exchange sack? Then you'll say yes, I know. So after king to f8, knight to f3 is pretty strong. So note of that now. So after d5, there's knight to f6, and bishop takes f6, e takes f6, e3. White puts now his pawn on the opposite color of his remaining bishop, so that is sort of an advantage. Also, he clears the way for the queen to come on f3 to put pressure on d5, bishop d3, and knight g1, e2, f4. One of the best setups in this position. White keeps both possibilities to castle on the queen side or on the king side. That's pretty interesting too. So there's two moves, c6, or bishop to x6. This is the best move that black has. Okay, what's bad about c6? What's bad about c6 is that but black will have some problems with the development of the b8 knight. This is an example variation. Bishop d3, bishop d6. If for instance queen b6, knight a4 with the an edge. So bishop d6, queen f3, g6, knight ge2, bishop e6, a3 h3. White has a better play because of his better piece and better structure. Okay, so that's all about this line. Now there's knight to f6 too, for after, well, instead of d5 there's knight to f6, which will follow bishop g5. Then really e6 is a bad choice, but d5 can be played too, and this leads to a line that we have covered in the latest variation. This is the main line if you want to know, but e6 is playable too. e4, a very good move. Now there's an exchange that follows on e4. Now black is in real trouble, because after bishop takes f6, this lovely diagonal for the queen is open, and we can give a check, brutal check. And now queen h5, using the consequences, the absence of the f7 pawns. The pawn weakens the light squares. Forcing g7 g6 will produce a new weak square around the black king. So after g6, queen to h6, bishop takes d4, castle long. If here bishop takes f2, will be met by, I think, something like this or something like this. No, something like this. It's pretty strong. And now the plan of white is to bring the knight to f3 and the rook to c1, winning a tempo on the black bishop, and black would just have one piece develop, but white would just white will be left with three pieces, all his pieces develop, which is more than adequate compensation. So yeah, this is the Dutch defense. Okay, but now if bishop to f6, which is the best reply, h4. White's advantage is assured by the lead in development and the qualitative value of the pieces. Okay, okay. So yeah, that's all. That's all for now. So just give you the main line pretty quickly. d4 f5, knight to c3, preparing the e4 advance. d5, bishop g5, knight f6, bishop takes f6, d takes f6, e3, bishop e6, bishop d3, knight to c6, queen to f3, queen to d7, and a3 is fourth. A3 is first in order. Yeah, so just want to say to the chess vids, thank you, because you have made an example of zugzwang. So I have to say to you pretty quickly, I want you to play a live blitz game with me, so we can do a video about the live blitz game analysis, as I have commented on your channel. And just thank you for the zugzwang example. And just tell me the hour and the day you want to make a live blitz game with me. I'm always free, so tell me. Okay, bye.